Presented by Wearable Fandom. Welcome to Wear Mighty Things. Happy New Year, everybody. This is episode number 55. My name is Dustin, and I'm your host. It is fantastic to be back with you guys. It's a brand new year, 2026, and we are back here with Wear Mighty Things. This, my friends, is a podcast all about the Roosevelt's brand and community. If fandom, fashion, and friends is what you're all about, well, then you came to the right place. Now, we are live here, and I don't fly solo here when I make this podcast. I do not indeed. I always have my cool friend, my buddy, my pal, John Madigan. Happy New Year, John Madigan. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, man. How are you doing today? Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year to you as well. I see you identify as Andy Cohen.
Absolutely. Amen, everyone. Let's keep the party going.
This guy. Oh my gosh. Oh, so good. It's so good to be back with everybody. And wow, we got a whole bunch of friends who have already shown up for us here at the beginning here. Kevin Delane says, Happy New Year. Hey, Kevin, Happy New Year. I missed you. I live right near the Transbay Terminal. Kevin came into the city the other day, and I saw a photo just a little bit too late to rush out and try to stalk him in public. Ann Brown is back. What's up, Ann Brown? Happy New Year. Looks like Kevin Wilcox from Disney Kind of Life. Hey, Kevin. Happy New Year. Hope you and Emma are doing well. It's so great to be back with you guys. It's actually been 2 weeks, John, since we actually recorded.
Yes, yeah, we took a little bit of a break for the holiday season.
Sorta. Yeah, sort of. I think we pre-recorded. We did a little pre-recording action for everybody so that there would be a nice additional episode for you guys on Boxing Day. That was last Friday, and I think we got some pretty good feedback actually, John, on the fun game that we played where you had to rank the shirts, not knowing what was coming next. You had to rank 10 shirts from 1 to 10 and try to figure out what was going to be what, and you did a really good job.
Hey, look, you were trying to throw me through the ringer and try to make me look silly, I think, but I think I made it through pretty well. I think I did. I was kind of proud of myself on that. I'm like, he's trying to get me, but it's not going to happen.
He's trying to get me. Yeah,
he's trying to get me, Dustin.
Well, thankfully, I was not able to get you, John. You did a great job, and I am thrilled to be back with you here. Now, it's the first day of the brand new year, and yes. I gotta say, did you make any New Year's resolutions for 2026?
Dustin, I gotta let you know right off the back. I've already ruined my 2026. It's already
okay. How's that?
I'm calling it right now on the podcast. 2027 is my year. Okay.
2027 is your year. That's 364 days away, John. That's not
2026 has already been ruined. So 2027 is my year, buddy. It's my
Oh my gosh. Well, okay. I guess we'll just have to see what that ultimately looks like.
No. I'm excited for 2026. I think I had an amazing 2025. I love that we both posted recaps online of our of our years and all the travels and things that we've done. You've done significantly more than me, but we both made a lot of fun memories, and some of them even with each other. I'm definitely excited for 2026. I want to go to more cons and more conventions and meet more friends. I want to lose weight. I'm going to make that a thing for 2026. I want to feel better and feel more healthy, and that's definitely a plan of mine. And I just want to. I think overall 2026, I want to focus on being happy. So anything that I can do to feel like I'm in a better mood, whatever that may be, I want to put myself first more, and I want to do whatever is gonna put me happy and make me live ultimately a better life, whatever that may mean.
Wow, that's pretty bold. Sounds like you do have some plans for this year.
What about yourself? Have you made any New Year's resolutions or things that you plan on doing for this year?
Well, I think I mentioned this last year on the pod when I got this question. I don't make resolutions. I make goals. And I feel like goals are tangible. Resolutions can be wishy-washy. And so I try to like be really precise with the things that I want to try to accomplish. For example, like in terms of content creation, I want to take the Phantom Traveler to 2,000 subscribers, and Wearable Fandom, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. So that's a goal that I have for next year. I want to. I want to be more deliberate about actually the shows that I go to. I think I've kind of been going to a lot of places with the intention of just hanging out or meeting, or maybe something cool will happen. Well, I actually want to decide what's going to be cool and go and make it happen, like at that place. And so, for example, um, well, I guess maybe as kind of like as a little bit of a sidebar, um, in the time since we last recorded, we learned about um, um, the passing of a really important and influential YouTuber, Adam the Woo. And I haven't really said anything about Adam the Woo. I don't know if you've talked to anybody about Adam the Woo, but Adam was a really important inspiration, an inadvertent inspiration to me. And I didn't know about Adam the Woo until I started doing YouTube, which is kind of funny. And I would post videos, and I would see my videos right up against this guy named Adam the Woo, and I'm like, whoa. I've got 100 views, and this guy's got 16,000. And I posted 4 days ago, and he posted 1 day ago, and it got me to basically go find out, like, hey, who's this guy? And as soon as I did, I was like, okay, I immediately understood why Adam the Woo got his views. But something that I took away and was inspired by Adam the Woo was just really trying to make the moments kind of matter, and trying to bring his own kind of like crazy energy into any situation where he was. And I really respected and appreciated that about him. And so my goal in 2026 is to be a little bit more like Woo. And what I mean by that is, um, one, making sure that I'm not letting the day slip by, making sure that they all count, something cool or something good happens every day. And two, like making sure that I'm investing my time into places where something amazing or memorable is really going to happen. And so those are my goals. I also have a health goal, which, John, I want to challenge you, since you mentioned, John, that you have a health goal yourself. I signed up for the Rocky Run, John. The Rocky
Okay,
Run.
well, is that in Philadelphia? Do you run up the steps, or what is the? What is,
It's better than that. Hold on a second. Let me get it going. First of all, the Rocky Run is is not going to happen until next November, John. I don't
okay,
know
so
if
you have
I don't know if
time.
I don't know if there's audio. So
Oh,
I don't know if there's
oh,
audio
it
here. So
is. It is. It is in Pennsylvania. It is okay.
yeah.
It's in.
So November 14th. Okay, so first of all, next year is the 50th anniversary of Rocky, and the original first Rocky movie. And maybe some of the people who are listening to us right now are fans, or maybe you're not. You just kind of like, Rocky, it got a little cheesy. Yes, it got cheesy after Rocky 2. Now, you could say the fight with Drogo or the fight with Mr. T, those are some of the best Rocky movies. We can talk about Rocky later and at a different time. Point being is, the first Rocky movie is a masterpiece on so many different levels. It's an incredible film. It's got an incredible story about how it got made. So much inspiration. Anyways, that movie's going to be 50 years old, and this year now I can say this year, because last last week I was like, next year.
Yeah.
Uh, and December 3rd was when Rocky originally released 50 years ago. So Philly's going to have a whole bunch of Rocky stuff. I'm definitely going to that. I'm definitely going to show up for 50th of Rocky. And I have already, John, already signed up for the Rocky Run. Dun 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 dun
Dun,
dun
dun, dun,
dun
dun,
dun
dun, dun, dun,
dun.
dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun, dun, dun, dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun.
dun.
Okay, so basically what I signed up for is this one, the 10-mile run. Ask me how many miles I can run right now, John.
How many miles can you run right now?
If my life depended on it, I probably could do 2.
Dude.
If my life depended on it. If I'm just running, no way. So you can see I've got a whole lot of improvement to do if I'm going to be ready to go 10 miles. And you can't just walk through it. You can't end up. You got to end running up these steps like Rocky at the end. You've got to be able to do this thing, right? You got to
Yeah.
be able to like recreate this. Of course, there's going to be a bunch of other people there, but I created this, and I think I'm going to do it, and I want to challenge everybody who is listening to this podcast to join. In fact, I made a team, John. I made a team.
Oh
That's
shit.
right. That's right. And it's the Roosevelt's Insiders team is a team that I made so that Roosevelt's folks who wanted to participate in this could join. Now, you don't have to do 10 miles. People, I mean, there's a double, right? There's a half marathon, which is the 13.1. They call it the Italian Stallion or Italian Stallion Challenge. Uh, and that's really like the 5K plus the 10 mile. But people can do this, runners of all levels. You can come and join that, but you can do the 10 miles. But I'm putting it down, John. It's 11 months away, more than 11 months away. It's the Rocky Run, John. Can I count on you to show up to Philly to participate in the Rocky Run?
To do the run? You
don't have to do the 10. Don't worry about doing 10 miles. You could do 5K. That's 3.1 miles, by the way. That's a lot shorter than the 10 miles. It's about showing up and about participating.
One of my favorite quotes from Joan Rivers is, "The first time I see a jogger smiling, I'll consider it."
Okay. Right. Can we count this as a jogger smiling?
Do I want to? So I mean, I feel like that. That takes a lot of training. It takes a lot of training to do. I would have to put into. I'll consider it. Anyway, like I'll come down and support you. Like I'll definitely come down to
okay,
to support you. I would have to train for that. That would be a lot of training.
I have to train for it too. I just told you if my life depended on it, I could run 2 miles. If my life depended on it. This is 5 times more than that.
What is your goal to how are you going to train for this?
I use an app. I use an app that's called Couch to 5K. That's the one that I use to do my first 5K. And then I'm going to do 5K to 10K. 10K is 6 miles. And then I'll do 6K to half. That's how I'll do it. I'll train for a half. So best case, I'll be ready to run the half marathon, which means I ought to be able to run like the 10 miles, like no sweat. So I think it's a good idea. And look, here's what I love about that app. Now, to Couch to 5K, we can get Rocky. Let's get Rocky off the screen here. Couch to 5K, I've done it a bunch of times. The way that it works is it acknowledges the fact that everybody hates to run, and that's me too. Like I'm not a like, hey, running is a fun thing to do, but I do know that has worked for me in the past. And so you start off with a combination of walking and then a little bit of running. There's more walking than running, and you just keep doing the sessions, and then slowly it inverts slowly. Like it'll say, walk for 2 minutes, run for 30 seconds. And you're like, well, run for 30 seconds. I could probably run for 30 seconds. And, then you do it and you're like, and you walk for 2 minutes and you run for 30 seconds. Then run becomes a minute and walk becomes 1 minute. And, after a while, you're running more than you're walking. You do it very, very incrementally. So those have been very successful for me in the past. So I'm just going to repeat that and get ready. And like I said, I've got until November.
Oh, you know what? I'll look into this. I'll look into this. I'm not going to give you a hard no. The idea of it does make me nervous. I've never done any kind of run before. So I don't know. I guess it does make me a little nervous, but I'm up to. I'll think about. I'll look into this. I'll look into it. Right. But I support you, and I think it's exciting, and I think that's great. And I'll look into this. This is interesting, and I would love to do this with you. That'd be a lot of fun.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out then. Okay.
Now, just let us
Um,
know though. What do people have to do to join your team, though?
I will put the link down into the chat comment here, and somebody commented already. Hagelbaz, aka Danimal, are you in Swosevelts? Yes, I am in the Swosevelts route. I tried to post this link last night and it was fighting with me, so I was just like, whatever. But yes, I'll put it into that link. I'm also going to ask Scotty. I already actually messaged Scotty to ask him if I can make a post about this in the main group, and we'll see. We'll see what he says. He may say piss off, but that way, either way, I've asked if I can do an official post so people can join.
By the way, I think we need to, while we're just on the quick topic of Scotty, I think we just need congratulations is in order. He just had his first baby. And
Yeah.
from all accounts, it seems to be mom and baby are happy and healthy. And, I think congratulations is in order to him. We're very happy for him and his family, and we wish them all the best.
Yeah, it's huge news. It was so great. It's always the goal is happy, healthy mom, healthy baby. Those are the things that you're like looking for during those. You try not to get too
Sure, no, you don't get too deep into it,
choosy. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to run too much risk with it. But yeah, I think it's great, and congratulations to him and his family. I'm super excited to see him, and now, what age is it time to get a child their first Kunu? What do you think, John?
I mean, well, what's the youngest they do? Is it pre-K? I think yeah. I mean, as soon as possible is always the right answer. But I think what is preschool? Yeah, so whatever that is, once you can start. So if you can fit into a 2T, whatever age that is, I think you're ready for your first Kunu. I think that's exactly what the correct answer is.
All right. Well, I'm sure Scotty will actually. I'm wondering if he'll actually do like onesies that are made out of Kunu or something else. Pretty funny.
I'm sure they can make it happen.
Yeah. Some additional folks here have shown up. Yep. Danimal says, "Happy freaking New Year. Same to you, sir." Captain Coach co-host says, "Just a little late. Happy New Year, fellas." Brian Lawns, what's up, my man? Happy New Year. Kevin wants us to come to MegaCon, and that's certainly something to be considered. John, are you going to head to MegaCon?
I think I'm headed to MegaCon. Yeah, I think I'm definitely heading over there. I want to go to MegaCon.
Yeah, same here. Kevin also says, after the Rocky run, set your sights on the Dopey Challenge. Why not both? Like, I feel like that little girl in the taco commercial. Why not both?
Yeah,
why can't I? Why can't I? What's wrong with being dopey on the Rocky run? Hagelbaz says training to finish a 5K is a great way to get in shape. A strong agree, my friends.
Yep.
Brickin' Bad. Hey guys, it's me, Chris Walsh. Chris Walsh? Gosh, man, I gotta hydrate a little better.
Yeah.
How you doing, my friend?
Hey, Chris.
Nice to see you. Yep. Kevin says, as soon as they're born is the answer for when you should buy a child a Kunu Flex. Maybe there are swaddling blankets that Scotty's using with his bebe. And Hagelbach says, use the pet bandana as a diaper. That's a pretty big diaper, but you got to get the chewy one because if you're going to use a diaper like that, you got to wash those diapers, and you don't want the stains. You know what I'm saying?
Of course not. No, you don't need that.
Now, before we get too far, John, what are you wearing, my friend? Because I love it.
This right here, I don't know if you can tell what it is right there, but this is the new Frosty the Snowman hoodie. And this is actually my first hoodie from the new cuts. I got this as a Christmas gift. I absolutely love it. It is definitely a great design. I feel like I have a very limited amount of time where I could realistically wear this, so I'm trying to wear it out now while I can. I forgot to put on a hat today, which is very different from me. I usually am equipped with a hat, but I came into the studio and forgot to grab one. Honestly, that's why I got the hood on.
Awesome.
But yeah, this is what I'm wearing. I love this And what are you wearing today, my friend?
Today I am wearing. I'll just lower the camera here. I'm wearing the power laces with the sweet
Ooh,
uh,
that's
hoverboard interior.
I
Yeah,
need
from
that
Back to the
one.
Future.
I need
Yeah, this
that
is
one.
pretty good. I actually like this one quite a bit, and of course
Mhm.
I'm rocking the Legends Never Die lid. Uh,
Perfect.
2025 was a pretty awesome year for me. It wasn't great for everybody, and so I'm hoping that next year will be
Yeah.
even better. Now, while we're asking, uh, what are you guys wearing? If you're wearing a kuno, what are you wearing today? I'm curious, or what did you wear today? If you're currently wearing a kuno, shout it out in the chat. If you wore one earlier, but now you have moved into more of an athleisure sort of situation, by all means, let us know what you're rocking today. Uh, Now, when we get to the beginning of a new year, people like to look back just a little bit. We did a little bit of looking back um, already, but I'm kind of curious, John. Is there anything that you didn't mention, or like anything that you wanted to say about 2025 before we just like put that in a drawer and shove it away?
For me, 2025 was a year of new beginnings. It's a year of growth, and it's a year of putting things in the past and starting off with. It was important to me to leave stuff in 2025 so I can have a new beginning in 2026, which maybe sounds a little cliche, but I think in 2025 we were able to. I think in 2025, without getting too deep into it, I was able to leave certain things in the past and be able to have a new beginning, have a new life starting in 2026, and that to me is something that's really important. And I think I'm going to have a lot of new beginnings in 2026. So while I certainly had so many highs in the past year, and just especially just with seeing you and seeing all the other insiders out there, and just hanging out with so many amazing friends and people, there were a lot of ups and downs, and I think going forward, I have a new lease on life, and so I'm excited to just kind of explore that and do have new starts and new beginnings, and kind of I have a new life to live, and so I'm excited about that. What about
Wow,
you, my
that's
friend?
good.
Do you have anything that you want to talk about or say?
I, you know, the it's a tricky thing because a year can be going great for you, but terrible for other people, and it's one of those things where you try to bring the right empathy to all the conversations that you have because everything could be going great for you, and other people could be uh, in all forms of bad ways. So without overstating it. I traveled a lot more last year, and that's the most I've ever traveled in my life. I mean, I know that people throw are like, "Oh, you're everywhere all the time." Well, let me promise you that that is a relatively new experience in my life. I used to travel a lot for work, like even before I moved to the West Coast, I would
Yeah,
travel a lot for work. But I did not travel a lot for individual or personal stuff. Maybe like local stuff in and around Florida. Go to Tampa, maybe go to we didn't go to Miami unless we had to, but going to Jacksonville, the beaches and things like that. I would go around in Florida, but it would be pretty rare for me to leave the state. And since I moved to the West Coast, it's opened up a lot more ability to go places and see things. And every time I go somewhere, I just try to talk to some random people there and learn about them. Try to understand what's important to them about their life in those places and things like that, just so I can take a vibe or a feeling of like what it's like to live there and be there. I don't know how you feel, John, but a lot of times when I go to new places, I will try to imagine like what would it be like to live here all the time? Like what would it be like if I lived here 24/7? How cool could that be? And it's been pretty good. So I would say I learned a lot about how to effectively travel on the demand. I took stock. Um, I took stock and I went to London 4 times. I'd never been to London one time before in my life, and yet last year I went 4 times. This is not bragging, by the way. I don't want this to be heard as bragging.
Oh
Went to
yeah, no, it
Japan
doesn't sound
twice.
like bragging at all. No, not
Sorry.
at all.
Yeah. Well,
I've been
okay.
to
Well, maybe
London,
I'll
so yeah.
maybe I'll just kill it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just kill it.
No, I'm messing
All of
with
those,
you. I'm
all of those
messing
were
with
for
you.
work, though. I know, but all of those actually were work. I didn't go on my own. The only trip that I took on my own, I took two trips on my own, where I left the country. One was to go to Star Wars Celebration. That was one that I did on my own, and two was to go to Antarctica, and that was that was a personal trip. I don't have
I
I don't
think
have any of
there
those
may have
trips
been
planned for next year.
one more trip that you took out of the country that was personal.
Oh, that's right. The cruise did leave the country. I,
Yeah,
I usually I usually
about to
think of
say.
I know. I usually think I need my passport. You don't need a passport to go on a cruise, though.
You don't, but it makes it easier. Um,
Yeah, that's great.
Speaking of which, have you booked your 2026 ticket yet for the Inside Cruise? The world is listening,
Uh,
Dustin.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, I haven't. I have not. I have not booked my cruise. Is this where am I? Is this where I'm supposed to share information with people?
I mean, I'm just people keep asking me. I mean, when all these people, I have to speak with, pretty much everybody, who's going on the cruise to, take payments and answer questions and whatnot. And one of the most commonly questions I get asked all the time is Dustin coming yet? Has Dustin booked his cruise yet? Uh, I get this, and this. You think I'm joking, but believe it or not, I get a lot of requests for you when I'm talking to people on the phone. Like, oh, has Dustin booked the cruise yet? Is he coming on? Has he done this yet? And I
Oh
keep
my
saying,
gosh.
I'm waiting. I'm like, he knows where to find me. I don't know.
Well, okay. I guess we talked about this the other day. You and I did off air. But I guess this is where I kill the mood. It's not going to be in the cards for me to go on the cruise. So you guys can keep asking. In fact, I would like to encourage you to ask John twice as much about it. But yeah, it's not going to work out. It's more of a timing issue than anything else. And no, I'm not going to the Catalina wine mixer. Actually, I called that trip off. So unfortunately, I will have to meet up with some of you at other spots along the year. So yeah, sorry to disappoint. If any of you were only coming because I was going to be there, which I understand is probably a lot of you, you can request refunds from John.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, thank you. I appreciate
So,
it.
well, now
Yeah.
now this is where everybody like absolutely flees the pod, John. Thanks
Oh,
for
yeah.
like that little rolling that hand grenade in the room. It's like, oh, you're not coming? Well, screw you, taxpayer. Oh, great sketch. I bet Danimal knows that one. Um,
Um,
well,
yeah,
yeah. So,
it's disappointing, but what are you gonna,
what are you gonna do?
you just didn't want to be there for me. I get it. It's
No, 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 no. I was there
no,
for you
it's
on jet lag with zero like turnaround from Japan.
I no.
I think I showed up. I think I proved I was there for you this year,
Yes, you
last year.
did. Yes. No, no,
Yeah.
no. I was
Uh,
no. I'm just messing.
yeah.
Um,
This cruise is also longer. It's a longer cruise.
no, it's not.
There's still 3 days.
Still 3 days.
Oh,
Friday to
okay.
Monday.
All right. Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
It's
that's
a
good.
longer cruise in terms of it's a longer ship. It's much bigger. It's longer in that sense. The ship's humongous.
uh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Uh, the cruise is the same as Motor City Comic Con in Detroit, and Roosevelt's will finally be there. Now, no, Dustin, why cruise at all? John, your
Uh,
response.
uh, Dan, I think there's a lot of reasons to go on the cruise, and as much as I wish Dustin was coming, there's going to be about 150 other insiders and counting coming on the cruise, and I think that is a reason to come on. I think you're going to have the time of your life, and there's going to be lots of things happening on the ship. And so, as much as I wish I'd have my buddy there with me, I think there is still plenty of reason to come on the cruise. So please don't cancel on me. We don't want that. We
Yeah.
don't need that.
Yeah. No, to be honest, just so people know, I actually was working very challenge. I was very much working to make it happen. And I told John, I'm like, hey, I'm working on it this weekend. I'm doing this, doing that, doing the other. First thing he asked me when I tell him I can't make it is, Are you going to Catalina Wine Mixer? Which is not the same week, by the way. It is a week later. It's not the same week as the weekend as the cruise. It's the week later. And then but you know what? If I'm just saying that that's the plan right now. Who knows? Maybe hope springs eternal. Maybe something will change. Maybe the skies will open. Maybe I'll be able to attend. So,
we shall see.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Okay. Now we ask about some resolutions, and the captain coach co-host says, no real resolution. I just want to continue to try to spread positivity, treat people with kindness and understanding, and care others. And well said, Ron. I mean, I think that that's one of the reasons why I love this community. It's one of the reasons why I stick around. It's not just for expensive shirts. It's people with that attitude. So I really appreciate you saying that, and I know that you will do your best. I think we'll all do our best to follow that example. So thanks. Brian Lons throws out, I'm the same as Ron, no resolution, just stay the course on empathy, kindness, and staying positive. And well said again. There's enough negative stuff in the world. Why do we need that here? Once the podcast is over, we go back to our crummy lives with our own real problems. So let's just keep that handy. Our number one fan, Gary Marlis, says, hi, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful new year filled with good health and happiness always. Thank you, Gary. Gary loves us. Gary loves us.
I love Gary. Gary's always been such a sweetheart to me whenever I've seen him. And I am hoping to see him again. I'm hoping to see him at D23. I'm hoping to see him before then. He is always Gary's just always a great guy and a great insider to be around. And if you don't know Gary, I highly recommend that you go up and say hi to him at the next time you see him at some sort of event. He is just a sweetheart of a guy.
Yeah. Dan says, oh, I'll be there. Okay, so he's not canceling. But we should find a way to make Dustin jealous. Okay, John, I'll leave that with you. You and the trolls.
I'll start thinking about it.
Speaking you gonna work your noodle?
Yeah. I'm gonna work my noodle. I'm gonna figure it out. Speaking about trolls, though, I do have a little bit of a funny story to tell you. I think you'll like. I because sometimes I just come up with stuff, as you know. I come up with little funny things that I do for no reason whatsoever. And yesterday was New Year's Eve, and lots of us were out celebrating. And I decided to randomly tell my mom something that was not true at all, but I had her fully convinced and believed that it was happening. And
okay.
I don't know which New Year's Eve television broadcast that you watch, but we always grew up a Dick Clark family, so we always watched New Year's Rockin' Eve growing up. But lately, I've been more Anderson Andy. Every time I watch the highlights of that, I'm like, those guys are hilarious. I love it. That's why I identify as Andy Cohen. But for no reason whatsoever, I decided to tell my mom that this year, ABC was going to use the power of AI to bring Dick Clark back and have him do the countdown. Which is something that I feel like, if you heard, sounds ridiculous, but in today's day and age, is not impossible, and would be like, it could happen.
It could happen. It could happen, dude. It could totally happen. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I mean, since that Tupac and the Michael Jackson concerts, I'm not ruling anything out.
Not really anything out, exactly. And so I wasn't with my mom on New Year's Eve, but she was waiting for Dick. So I just thought you'd enjoy that funny little anecdote.
I love it. I think that's well done.
I like to think that she was telling people, like, can you believe Dick Clark's coming back? Because she texted me back. She's like, I don't know how to feel about this. She's like, that's weird. She's like, that's crazy. Why would they do that?
Yeah, that's funny. I would say growing up, it was probably Dick Clark. But yes, it's definitely been CNN, Anderson and Andy. They always have really good guests on there. They had the disco star, not disco, but like the club star Robin on there. She did her song. And then she was also interviewed. But they had Sarah Sherman from Saturday Night Live, who is one of my favorite members of the new cast on SNL. and she came over and kind of hung out with them. What's funny is actually watching Anderson Cooper try to like be mischievous, and it's just funny watching the play back and forth, especially after they get a couple of shots into him. Anderson and Andy is a lot of fun. Good times.
Definitely, and I think you and I could run a similar type of show where I sit back and do shots, and you try to play straight man to me, and while we count down and wait for the ball to drop, and then at the end of the night I go off. And then at the end of the night I go off about the mayor. I think that's something we could do. I think we got
Did I
to
miss
talk.
something? Did I miss something? Them going off about the mayor?
Oh yeah, Andy did a speech, yeah, about Eric Adams, you know, because Eric Adams, you know, was done, let us know, and now
Okay, okay.
Mandani started, yeah. And
I
he
saw
was talking
Mandani
about-
got sworn in at midnight. I did see that. He paid the $9 fee
Yes, of course.
in cash. But
What if he didn't have it? What if he didn't have the $9? What would,
forgot my wallet. Can I get that to you?
what if he had to afterpay it? I may sometimes you got to afterpay the $9. You know, the PayPal
Afterpay $9 for mayor.
Yeah, I mean, I once afterpaid a Starbucks order. I paid like $2.75 in 4 times, one per month.
No, you didn't.
For my cappuccino.
No, you did not. No, you did not.
I think I have.
If you come on now, like if you really did that, I want to see a receipt. After paying for Starbucks, dude, that is
you can totally.
insanity.
I'm uploading it right now. Give me. Yeah, hold on. I got the receipt right here.
Okay, before you show this, I'd like you to understand that this is not a positive. I don't want you to have the wrong idea about how this is going to be received by people. So go ahead and show whatever it is that you'd like to show, John.
You have to. I can't display. You never gave me control.
I have to do it. Okay, here I go. All right. All right. Hold on. Let me turn off this. Let me turn this off. Let's add this up and see how much does this thing cost normally. How much would this normally cost?
You don't pay any interest with Afterpay. You don't pay any interest in paying for it. Just let you pay it for. You pay late. You pay late fees if you don't pay on time. But if you pay on time, you're just splitting the payment up.
Really? Oh, so
you pay a late fee if you're late.
Oh, it's 1.625. 1.625 times 4. That's 650. So they're gambling. So it's a bet, is what it is. It's a bet that you.
It's a bet. Correct. It's a bet that I can't pay. But I paid my 650. Damn it.
I'd like to pay 62.5 cents, please. Sir, you're going to have that cent. You're going to have to remove that cent on your own. Oh my God. Okay. So did you do it for the yucks or what?
I didn't do it. It's something I found online.
I knew it.
I'm sorry.
I knew it.
When you said that you were going to receive it really poorly, I'm like, I can't let him think this. I'm like,
keep the change, you filthy animals. The animal says, "Is this Superman 4 or Office Space?" So you know what he's talking about, right?
No.
Oh, dude, you definitely have to watch. Well, Superman 4 is fine. But in Superman 4, basically, they come up with this scam where whenever there's a calculation that involves a fraction of a penny, they just take that penny away. And then the sum total of all the fractions of pennies makes up millions of dollars. The guys in Office Space did the same thing. Did you see Office Space?
I did see Office Space.
So they did the same thing. And there was this one, there was this one moment where like the guy's like, well, what if we took all those pennies? And Michael Bolton's like, yeah, like in Superman 4.
Yeah.
But they basically were out like $300,000. That's
Oh my
the
god.
whole thing at the end, like the third act in Office Space, where they're
Yeah.
going crazy. Yeah.
Right.
In 2026, I actually want to go to Austin and do the Office Space movie locations tour. I love that
Well,
movie. Love that
well,
movie.
that'll be on your new podcast, right? You're starting a new podcast.
Oh,
Where you'll
I
be
should.
talking
Yeah,
about.
I guess I should talk about that. So you might, some of you might know, we have a sister channel here called the Phantom Traveler,
Some may call
and
it a brother channel. You call
oh,
it a sister.
whatever. Yes. Yeah,
It could be
I
a
don't
brother.
know.
It could
I
be a
don't know.
cousin, a distant cousin.
Sibling. No, it's not a distant cousin because there's too much commonality. But yes, the Phantom Traveler is about fandom adventures, going to Comic Cons, and then of course finding adventures in places like movie locations and filming locations. And part of the goals for that channel, since John brought it up, is I'm going to start a new podcast over there called Let's Set Jet. Set jetting is basically travel with the intention of going to movie locations. And so you heard me talk a little bit earlier about Rocky. That's going to be one for me. I visited the Back to the Future sites earlier, well, in December, like the end of the month, which was really really cool. I'm going to sit on that one for a little while because that was a big one for Adam the Woo, and I think I need to just sit with those things for a little while before turning that into an actual video. But Office Space on my list, Ferris Bueller's Day Off on my list, and Rocky on my list. And I'm not done. I'm not done with the list yet. I'm going to try this. It's starting to feel a little bit less and less likely, but I'm going to try for Tunisia. That's the one I'm really going to try for. So I'll let you guys know about that. But that's going to be a little bit of a different cast. It's not going to be a community cast. That's going to be talking about tips and tricks for people who want to go and visit movie and filming locations. I'm going to interview location scouts. I'm going to interview people from tourism boards. Oh, I'm going to go to the Forest Moon Festival, which is not that far from here in Humboldt County, which is basically where they shot a bunch of the indoor scenes in Return of the Jedi. So I'll be doing that. That one's going to actually be close. So yeah. So you guys, if you're interested in that kind of content or those types of experiences or events, let me know. I'll probably go back to City of Industry for Back to the Future Day if they don't tear down that mall. That's in October. So these are all very close, all within the state of California. So,
Well,
but yeah.
well, we are definitely excited to see. And when should that be dropping?
It'll be the first episode will come out this month. Yeah.
Okay.
So it'd be
All
a
right. Well,
little bit of a different story.
okay. Well, I'm sure we will all be watching, and it's a very exciting thing for you. You know,
Yeah. Thank you so much.
of course. You know, it's funny. I was actually thinking about starting a new podcast where I rewatch a certain late night television show that I'm not allowed to talk about anymore, and then I
Mm.
and then I talk about what he did that day, and just do that at the end of every episode. Like have it on, start recording while he's performing, and like kind of like a rewatch podcast.
I
I
like
hope
it.
Oh, you like it? Oh, you like it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Since you're not allowed to mention it, I will mention it. Jimmy Fallon is banned from the show. And the reason why Jimmy Fallon is banned from the show is if you guys remember a couple episodes back, I went out of my way to compliment Jimmy Fallon and say the best thing that he ever did was to sing The Wait, play drums with the Muppets at the very end of his show on his way to doing The Late Show. You know what that got us? That got us a strike. Our video was literally blocked until I removed that audio I just had to cut that whole section out. So if you go back and watch that, unless you were here live, you will not see that. It's basically cut out of the video. It was ridiculous. And I was like, Jimmy screwed us. And John's response in all caps is, he didn't know. And I'm like, he's banned. Banned.
I like to think that he didn't realize. It's not his fault. He can do no wrong. He can do no wrong.
You know who you sound like? You sound like Jake Blues when he's at the feet of Carrie Fisher in the Blues Brothers, and she's about to shoot him. and he's running through all the excuses for why he left her at the altar. You've seen this movie?
Yes.
And he's like, I got a flat tire. An old friend came out from out of town. Locust, a flood. It wasn't my fault. I don't know if those are direct quotes. I'm probably missing a couple, but I just remember the idea of like not showing up to your wedding because an old friend came in from out of town. That's this. You deserve to be shot if that's who you are.
I was at a wedding where the groom was late.
No way. What? Tell me more.
No, just everybody else was there, and we were held back because the groom was out drinking with his groomsmen, and they showed up late. And he came kind of rushing in, just like, I need to get ready quickly. Yeah, and it was a really nice, like really expensive wedding, probably the nicest wedding I'll ever go to, truthfully. Not that I've gone to a ton of weddings, but it was like you can tell like there was a lot of money put into this thing. And the groom was late. It was unbelievable. I
wow. I've never been to a wedding where anyone was late like that. At least not like of the wedding party. I did go to a wedding where the bridesmaids, the maiden of honor, talked about the sexual exploits of the bride as part of her maiden of honor speech because she thought it was funny. She thought it was going to be funny. She's talking about like all these people. Yeah, well, the maiden of honor is like, and remember when you slept with this guy or that guy? And I was like, what is this, a tell-all? I'm like, this is not the place. And I
did they laugh? Did they?
Yeah, it was the normal, like the first part, you just think it's not real, and everybody like they overreact because they're like, something's happened, and then the list goes on, and after like 3 minutes, it starts getting uncomfortable, and you're just like, I was
3
like,
minutes,
yeah.
not many guys. Holy crap!
Too funny, dude. Too funny. I think it was really, really, really hilarious, but inappropriate for sure. What's the weirdest thing you guys have seen at a wedding? Type that down in the chat below. I'm kind of curious what the strangest thing you guys have ever seen at a wedding.
Dustin wants to talk about Stranger Things. He that's why he stopped himself. He's like, that's a good segment.
Well, I mean, Stranger Things did conclude last night. I have not started season 5, so
neither have I.
Yeah, so I can't speak to it at all. I saw some people who were very kind about without giving any spoilers, who said it was a strong ending, a solid ending, a good ending. I'm like, okay, all right. What did you guys think, chat? Did you think that Stranger Things ended well? No spoilers, but just kind of curious if people thought that ended up being a good end to the series. Okay, 49 minutes into the podcast about Roosevelt's, it's finally time to talk about some shirts. Now I'm trying to see. Let's open up. We haven't gotten a lot. We actually get a little bit of a break at the end of the year. They go on holiday, and it's definitely been interesting. But they did have a launch just yesterday. We'll go over that. This is halfway to summer, which I loved. And then they had the Mickey Comfort. And I don't remember. Did we go over the Mickey Comfort stuff?
I don't think we did.
Okay. So let's talk about the Mickey Comfort stuff. And that was basically the first several pieces here. These soft hoodies, like this one, the Midnight Mickey. It's got the front pockets here. You can see it's also got like kind of an embroidered mouse silhouette here of Mickey in different poses. You've got the old Mickey Mouse logo here, which I love, from the cartoons. And then, you've got the actual pockets in the front. You've also got some really good drawstrings. Now, this is a little bit interesting because these strings are not the same as the performance hoodies where they have those plastic caps on them. You can see that these are actually just tied. See, they're just tied.
Yeah.
But what do you think of the classic, the Comfort collection, the Midnight? Any of these catch your eye?
Well, there's one thing that I think has to be brought up immediately about this collection. First of all, I think the collection's great, but I'm a sucker for Disney. But there's really a really nice Roosevelt's nod, and I don't even know if you know what I'm going to be talking about, or if you saw this on Insiders, because John T had confirmed that it's not specifically written um, in like the description or anything, but particularly the "You Got This, Pal" hoodie, the gray and the black with the thumbs up, was confirmed to be a nod to Steve, which I thought was really kind of cool that they kind of did that inconspicuous connection to him. So I think that that put a smile on my face. Um, that,
Yeah, that was his thing, right? That we heard that from a bunch of different employees that said he would tell them that you got this. Like
you got this,
they could hear him saying that in your head, in their head, in his
and he was
voice.
always big with the thumbs up, in photos and whatnot. And so so when I saw that,
Hence
and
the
saw that.
Captain Steve pin. By the way, I'm wearing my Captain Steve pin here.
Oh good, I love that. Oh, perfect. I'm so glad you got
Yeah.
that.
And he's got the little.
He's got the thumbs up on him. Yeah. So the fact that they did that for Steve, in fact, John T confirmed like that was a nod. I really love that. So for that alone, that is definitely my pick. I probably go with the black, but the heather gray looks really good as well. Um, what did what are your thoughts on it? Do you have any of these classic hoodies, or do you only have the performance one?
No, no. I've been thinking about this. Sometimes people will buy an extra copy of the shirt and then they will turn that into shorts. I'm thinking about buying some of these and turning them into front zip hoodies because I wear front zip hoodies all the time. I don't like the pullover kind because I can't in the Bay Area, you need to wear layers because it can get warm and then it can get cold where you want to zip it up. You want the flexibility. You don't want to have to put on or take off the whole entire thing in order to get the right amount of airflow and temperature. So while I like the designs, I actually really like the designs. I especially like this patch. It's got this fuzzy kind of raised feel here on Mickey's hand. I think
Yeah.
that's really cool. I do not like the drawstrings on any of them. Just to say something less positive. Uh,
Well, that's what we can always
these
count on you for, Dustin.
well, I mean, it's like you gotta give kudos where they are earned, and you gotta call things. I don't particularly love these because these types of strings are very easy to get like tangled up in the wash, or you never know. They could just get ripped out. It just can. They can get pulled in a way that actually warps and stretches the hood in a way that you didn't want. So I just don't like these. If I wash these, I would tie this one together like in a bow, and then I would put it in a washer bag. That's how I would actually wash one of these. Um, but yeah, I did like the. I just don't like the front pockets. I don't want a front pocket. I don't need a front pocket, guys. Give me a front zip. So I loved all of the designs. I just wanted front zip. So then they got the black. You got this, pal. I like this one too. Probably like this one a little bit better than the other one. Uh,
Yeah.
but I need to get my Rocky gear together. So I thought those were all quite nice. Um, and yeah, now this was interesting too. They called this a 5 panel hat. Let's take a look at the top of the bottom. This is kind of looks like a dad hat. It's like constructed like a dad hat, but it doesn't have the same shape as a dad hat. So I don't know if it's really a different style of hat that they wanted, or they just don't want to call it a dad hat because maybe it makes ladies think that they can't buy that. So I
Uh,
don't know.
mm, I think a dad hat. It's a style of hat. It's not meant for a dad. It's just a style of hat. I know plenty of
Yeah,
women, that wear a dad hat.
yeah. No, no, for sure, for sure. So I thought that was pretty good. We did get a couple of things here. My kid was crying after we left the theater. I'm assuming that's for Stranger Things.
Yes, they
Um,
did do. They did put the last episode in theaters, and what I think was really cool about that is you weren't paying for a ticket; you were paying for a concession voucher. Concession voucher. So you paid for a seat, the $20 or whatever, but then you got a $20 concession voucher to go and buy popcorn, soda, whatever.
hmm. Interesting. Okay, well that's cool. Kevin says he watched Stranger Things at the theater. It was amazing. Craziest thing is that we found out Darth Vader is Luke's father. So mind blowing. So mind blowing. Yes. Uh, Ron says I was happy with the way Stranger Things ended. Not saying I wouldn't have done some things different, but I could go with what they did. That's good. That's good. And Brian said definitely happy with the ending. It's weird that it's actually over, though they are returning for Avengers Doomsday. Everyone's returning for Avengers Doomsday. Now let's see. Performance equals zippable. Dan's talking about my comment. Performance equals zippable. The performance hoodies are not zippable. So if I just jump over to random Disney performance hoodies here,
no, none of them are zippable.
Yeah. What are you talking about, Dan?
I think he just means in a general sense, like from other brands, maybe a performance hoodie would typically have zipper.
Okay. That's fair. Actually, that's fair because they do call this a classic hoodie, and so this does look like a classic hoodie. So yeah, I guess I can see your point if that's what you're trying to say. The dad hats are not so structured, not as structured. So let's go take another look at this hat again. So you look at the top here, you can see this brim. The dad hat's actually, I guess this front panel is a little bit stiffer than it would be for a dad hat. So I think maybe that's what Danimal's saying there. But yeah. So okay. So this is probably not a dad hat. It's just a 5-panel curved brim hat. Which what the hell does that mean?
This is the technical.
This is a 5. Yeah, 5. This is. I'm wearing the Mickey through the years 5-panel curved brim hat. That's a little bit much, right?
Yeah,
a little bit much. Okay. So then going from there, they also launched the Halfway to Summer earlier this week, which was a series of some pretty cool floral designs, all of these originals to Roosevelt's. And they're reminding us that we're halfway to summer, which, you know what? I don't know about you. It's raining a lot here, but from my perspective, the weather's fine. It's always fine out here. It's always the same. But your mileage may vary, John. What's the temperature where you are?
Dude, it's freezing over here. Island? Dude, I'm cold, man. It's probably like in the low 30s right now. Let me take a look. It's it's 21 right now. It's 21 in Staten Island. So,
What's the feels like? What's the feels like?
Feels like 16. I gotta do it. I gotta do it like the weatherman in Family Guy. Feels like 16. It's cold as shit.
Well, just to remind you that there's going to be some new stuff coming here. Here you go. While we're on the topic of weather, Brian Lawn says, "Oops, 60s in Denver this week," says Captain Coach co-host, and it's 16 here. I assume that means upstate New York freezing. Brr. Feels like one. Feels like one. Oh gosh, it's the worst.
Quit bragging, Ron. Quit bragging.
I mean, it's 57 here in the Bay and rainy, so we're getting the rain now that actually brings the snow to Tahoe for skiing. So we're all happy about that. What was your take on these shirts, John? I mean, they had a lot of them, a lot of pretty cool, very loud designs here. They also had a new performance hoodie, and they had some similarly styled boxer briefs. They also came in ladies' cuts as well.
Well, now you can use the boxers to make a tux, right? I mean, kind of. I think.
Call them tuxers.
Call them tuxers. There you go. I think these are great crew shirts if you were going on, but apparently not. I think I would say the third one in the pedal strokes. That's one that caught my eye. But I do really love the colors on the Midnight Oasis as well. But that would be the one that I'd pick for myself. I think this is a really nice pattern. I love perfect pocket. Perfect pocket,
It's a
Dustin.
it's a matched pocket, baby. Like I should buy it on principle. Like any shirt that has a matched pocket, I should just buy on principle. Yeah,
They are
I
sick and
definitely
tired of
noticed
hearing
that.
your comments. They're sick and tired of it.
Hey, hey, if I'm just saying, if my comments influence how they produce content, then we're doing our job here on the pod. I'm saying, look at that. Look at that beauty of a pocket.
that is
Man,
a
that's
great
good.
pocket. I love that. That's perfect.
Notice the difference, John. Come on, tell me I'm wrong.
No. I agree. No. It looks really nice. No, it's great. No, I agree.
Look at now this one. This one's fine. It's not matched, but it's still fine. You know, you've got the flower is actually mostly centered in the pocket, so green and bloom, or as we like to call it, green and Josh Blum. You said the Midnight Oasis was the one that you liked also here.
I love the colors on this. Those
Yeah,
are
these are cool. These are cool. These have like the vibe of maybe not as crazy as a Pollock painting, but you know that pocket is nice too. Yeah, these look cool. These are really good. Um, this one was the Retro Vines was the one I liked the most. This was the one I thought was cool. I just loved the way that the colors kind of move through. Did not have a matched pocket, but I can live with that. I can live with that
you forgive
because
it. You forgive it.
well, here's the thing. It doesn't have like a very like what's the worst thing that's happening here is right here on the left-hand side where I'm highlighting. Like that spillover is fine. This kind of like portion of a flower being here, it's fine. Just looks
Yeah.
good. You know, so I think this looks really good to be honest. Um and then yeah, I don't have a lot to say about the boxers, but keeps on the pocket alignment on cut
The
it out
boxers are
and
nice.
pedal
Have you tried
strokes.
them? Do you have any?
I don't. I have a pair. I just they're not my size.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Well, go on
so okay.
BST. Go on BST.
I
Maybe somebody
mean,
will let you borrow theirs.
sell me your underwear. Okay, so Danimal is pointing out. Check out the pocket here on cut it out. That's another matched pocket. That one looks good too. Yeah, baby. I love it.
No, that
Good
looks
colors
great.
for the
No,
boxers. I agree. I agree. These are all pretty good. The one I would be I didn't buy any of these. I'm not going to pretend that I got any of these because I did not. The one I would most likely buy first would be this Retro Vines. I like that one the best, followed by probably Cut It Out. And you liked Pedal Strokes, followed by Midnight Oasis. So some good stuff here. These are nice and loud, and it's great that
no,
they
these are
have
really
ladies
good.
cuts here for these two.
Always, really, always happy to see that when they do that.
Yeah. That was it. You know, I mean, that was all that they had for us so far for this year, which is great. I'm sure we're recording on Thursday. I don't think we do we have an announcement of anything for tomorrow? I gotta check in the app really quickly.
Oh, like a drop
Nope.
zone? No, I haven't seen anything. No, so
Yeah.
I think we're safe. It would usually happen by now. I would think so.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
would have told us if there's going to be something. So we'll probably get a week off and then back to normal next week. So I think man, well, I think we're getting about to that point here, John. There's more things to do during the rest of our first day of 2026. Um, yeah. Any last thoughts before we close up?
Just always happy to do the show and hang out with everyone here. Always bless everyone coming into the chat. Thank you guys so much for oh where did Dustin go? Dustin disappeared there. He became a sticker. There you go. He's like John Cena now. Which, by the way, I don't know if you saw, Stranger Things is doing an episode of WWE. They're having some sort of collaboration. I keep getting ads for it. I know that
Oh,
kind of they
interesting.
kind of that kind of fits into both of your worlds. I know you are a wrestling fan and you do like Stranger Things. So apparently they're doing some sort of collaboration on Monday night. So it'll be interesting to see
Okay.
how that ties into the final episode. What kind of wrestling antics are happening? Maybe Vecna's coming. I don't know.
Well, you know, Chris Jericho is coming back to WWE.
Oh, is he now? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Raw
maybe
is Jericho is coming back on Monday also.
so maybe he's coming back as Mike or Will or one of those guys. Maybe he's cosplaying as one of them. I don't know.
Maybe,
Um,
maybe, 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 maybe. Well,
it-
all right. Well, I wanted to ask you, when you guys were hanging out with family on Friday, did your mom mention about her big plans for the new year?
yeah, so she actually went out with